All right, so it is great to be with you this morning. We are at December 20th, and the O antiphon for today is O Key of David. O Key of David. And of course, there are many translations of that O antiphon, but let me read for you one here. O Key of David, opening the gates of God's eternal kingdom, come and free the prisoners of darkness. As I was reflecting upon this O antiphon, I was curious of what might be a new entry point to it. I think the general assumption of that first phrase, O Key of David, is the image of a key that actually opens a door. And there's truth there, right? Because it's liberation is opening a door. It's opening a door to a new way of being. So there's truth there. However, I thought what would be very nice today would be to approach this passage and this Advent invitation from the alternative meaning of the word key that has to do with music. Now, when I was looking up the etymology of the word key, it's very ambiguous. Even the use of it as a metal instrument, it's difficult to trace. They can only trace it into one culture, the Frisian culture. But other than that, it's a little unclear as to how it became common parlance. And it's the same with the idea of it being a tone or a note or a scale. You know, I'm in the key of C, which means something pretty important when you're playing a piece of music, especially when you're playing with others. One of the definitions is the melodic and harmonic relationships centering on a given tone. And the research shows that it probably came from the use of someone in Italy when it was referred to the lowest tone of a scale, and may have come from the French word clef. And as you know, clef is part of the scale nomenclature as well. Clef. So looking at it that way, it gives us the chance to open up to the idea of key being tone, tone. And we're invited then into this time of preparation of opening ourselves in a new way, that the tone of our living may be full of peace, full of joy, full of sweetness, full of all the qualities that we all long for to live out in our lives, the tone of our lives. And I think it's a very interesting personal way of doing inquiry. What is my tone today? Am I in harmony with my essential nature? Am I in harmony with life, with the eternal? Am I in a good melodic relationship with everything that is a relationship in my life? And if we looked at it that way and we were an instrument, it would be a simple process of working with the strings and toning it until we were in alignment. I think it provides a little bit of playfulness when we look at whether we're toning as a human being. When I think of the word tone, it really draws me into Taoism. Taoism is probably one of the strongest communities of thought that bring forward the power of toning as part of the path of awakening in self and coming into harmony. And so today, when we get to our meditative practice, I'm actually going to introduce you to a few tones that work with the organs, that work with the lungs, that work with the body. And these tones are believed to help bring about that kind of alignment that we're talking about. Since then, that is a doorway into this key of David, the tonality of liberation, the tonality of coming into true freedom. I thought it might be nice to read a couple passages from a couple writings from Taoism to add a little bit of breadth and maybe give a nice bright nuance to this O antiphon, O key of David, that sounds very power oriented of this world in a way that true freedom is power oriented in another way. So enjoy these few passages that I found that I think are very nice passages. The Taoist view of our existence is that we are part of a fundamental unity that is nature, a continuous flow that is the way or Tao. One translation of a Chinese character depicting this was given to me, this is the author, many years ago by a dear friend. Translated, it is, how graceful it is to bend with the wind like corn. The yin-yang principle in Chinese philosophy says that nature consists of two primordial forces that are opposites: dark, light, male, female, etc. The Tao is manifested in the interplay of these two forces in harmony, completing the cycle of life. And this little passage I'm taking is from Kathy Gottberg, who is an author. She is writing a bit about the Tao of inner peace. Have you ever heard the saying, if you aren't outraged, then you aren't paying attention? After all, with all the suffering in the world right now, is the choice to stay calm and centered or happy the right response? How can we stay alert and aware of what's going on in the Ukraine with COVID, the climate crisis, rising food prices, etc., and not feel motivated to respond with outraged action? Actually, there is another way, and that way is called the Tao. So, part of one of the key concepts in the Tao is Wu-Wei. Wu-Wei can be translated in a lot of ways, but fundamentally it means non-action or effortless action. And I truly believe that this is one of the deepest spiritual insights and masteries, if you will, is coming to the place where our life is so in the flow that we are in a state of Wu-Wei. And it's tricky. We do this dance. What do I do? What don't I do? How do I do it? How do I not do it? What does it mean to move forward? I feel like I'm not. There's so much complexity that comes into that. But it's the overarching principle in Taoism. And what's nice in Taoism is it states it very directly. You will hear this happening in all traditions. In the Christian tradition, you hear towards the end of Jesus's life, he responds in many ways with non-action. When his friend kisses him on the cheek, he responds with non-action. He even repairs, if indeed Peter cut off a soldier's ear. He even repairs where action was misappropriated. He walks forward in silence in the moment. And he does so not because he doesn't care or because he is resigned, but because it was the wise step. You will get this teaching in every single tradition. In the Catholic tradition, we have the beautiful mystic Teresa of Avila. The Nada de Turbe poem, and I know if you've done retreats with me, you'll know this. Research is showing that she probably didn't write it, but that she loved it and kept it as a bookmark in her breviary. But some schools of thought believe that she wrote it as well. So you can decide which you want to believe. But it goes like this. Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. All things pass away. God never changes. Patience obtains all things. He who has God finds he lacks nothing. God alone suffices. That is Wu-Wei. That is the realization of Wu-Wei. And here are some phrases from the Tao. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize that nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you. So the key, the tone we are invited to tone is Wu-Wei. And there are many, many ways to get there, right? Many ways to get there. So what I want to do today is introduce you to a number of sounds, And these sounds all work with different parts of you. So I'm going to read the description of what the sound addresses and give you the sound. And then what we'll do is we'll move into a bit of a contemplative state, and you can just go with me. I'm going to do each toning a number of times. The first one is anger reducing. This healing sound will rebalance the energy of the liver and gallbladder, which are related to the emotion of anger. And the sound is shoo. It's like your shoe that you put on. Shoo. And then we're going to move into a joy boosting sound. This healing sound will stimulate the energy of heart and small intestine, which are related to the emotion of joy. Ha. Ha. Then we're going to move into sorrow. This healing sound will rebalance the energy of the lung and the large intestine, which are related to the emotions of sorrow and sadness. Tss. That's T-Z-Z-Z. Tss. And last, we're going to move into a fear-reducing sound. This healing sound will stimulate the energy of the kidneys and gallbladder, which are related to the emotion of fear. Chue, chue, chue. And then we're going to end with the sound she. And this healing sound simulates the energy of the triple burner organ, So it's not related to any specific emotion, but it completes and rounds the individual sounds that deal with certain parts of your emotional body and your physical body. Your emotional body and your physical body. All right, so I invite you to close your eyes. With your eyes closed, notice anything in your life, within yourself or outside of yourself, where you wish to have a certain outcome in such a way that there's an energy of force. Even if you don't act on it, it's there. It's like almost you want to push something to happen. Remembering that according to the Tao, when we try to control or force outcomes, we create frustration and chaos. And when we let go and allow things to happen naturally, we find inner peace and harmony. We move and we take action in effortless ways, non attached to outcomes. The key of David, that which symbolizes true liberation. Christ, presence and consciousness vibrate as the tone of our being. Open us to effortlessly move into the full expression of this tone in our lives. We begin with healing anger, inviting in a breath. Shoo, 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 shoo. Rest into the sound. Shoo, 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 shoo. and moving into the sound to heal sorrow. Writing in a breath. One more. We move to the sound to heal fear. Inviting in a breath. Wu-Wei. 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 One more time. Wu-Wei. And now we move to the sound to bring joy, to heal any ways that we lack joy. Inviting in a breath. Ha. 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 And one last healing sound, inviting in a breath. She. 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 One last time. She. As we bring this morning moment to a close, notice how the physical body feels right now. Notice how the emotional body feels. When you are ready, bring your palms together in front of your heart and open your eyes with namaste. Namaste.